I found out that the New South Wales Government had decided to completely privatise all disability services in New South Wales on the 19th of September 2013. And the reason I can parrot off the date so promptly is that only 2 months before I'd signed a contract to build a house. Before that, I thought that I had a relatively secure job in the public service, and then I was thrown into absolute turmoil. Once I got my head around that aspect of the privatisation, the enormity of what else it involved hit me, and that was how it was going to affect the people that I had supported for nearly 20 years in group homes, how their services would be changed and not necessarily for the better, and how it flew in the face of the guiding principles of the NDIS. And to me, it was not so much about, well, it's nothing about choice and control for people with disabilities. It's a purely political driven agenda.
I don't remember the exact time I found out, but I remember the then Premier Barry O'Farrell signing off on the NDIS under the proviso that they no longer be part of disability services in this state. So that the writing was on the wall then. And I felt then, as I felt now, that disability services needs to be a function of government, that the most vulnerable people in society can't be left to organisations that are run with a view to making a profit. So from my point of view, there are some things that have to be run by governments, and they are education, healthcare, hospitals, and disability services fall into that as well.
The only way we can give people with a disability the things that they deserve, which is continuity of care, is to give staff security of employment. You can't have one without the other. And it made me feel, at that time, right up to today, it made me feel like I didn't matter. So at a time when we were telling people that they mattered, staff didn't feel like they mattered. And I'm sure that's the way staff feel, and I'm sure they're angry. But what they need to do is put that anger where it needs to be, and that needs to be at the ballot box, and they need to vote the Liberal Party out wherever they can find it.
When I found out that the government sell my job, I feel upset about it. I feel like every place that I'm going to work now is that I have no security.